Have you ever been driving down a road or even walking down a road and all of a sudden your entire surroundings is not what you remembered? And this could be a place that you frequently travel? Oh, hey there, it's Laurie Lynnsee. I'm a spiritual teacher. And on Thursdays, I come on and I talk about spooky stories or glitches in the matrix. And today's story is about me driving down an interstate that's very close to my home. I'm on it probably daily or every other day. And there was a period of time that lasted for about a month. Every time I was on this road, I would have episodes of, I have no idea where I am. And that's not like me. I'm not somebody who their mind just, wanders or I get lost. No, I don't have that at all. In fact, my dad used to say I must have a piece of metal in my nose that always directs me to the north because I could always sense what direction I was going in. But I would drive down this interstate and all of a sudden I'd be like, where am I? This is this is not where I'm supposed to be. And this went on for a few weeks every time I was on this road, and I got kind of freaked out. So I called my neurologist, who is my CMT neuromuscular doctor, and he said, yes, that's very concerning. Let's go have some testing done. I had testing done. It all came back totally normal for a 50-some-year-old woman. Nothing going on with you. All of, I didn't get that special test they're giving Trump all the time, but I don't think I even came close to that. But anyways, it concerned me enough that I reached out to one of my woo-woo friends who is a practitioner, and I scheduled a session with her. And she did some work with me, and she said to me, you are experiencing portals. You are driving through portals. And that's why nothing looks familiar. And then within a few seconds, everything reappears for you. She said, you're going through portals. She said, that's what her guides were telling her. And I just was like, whoa. I mean, I've heard people do that in the woo-woo community. I've heard people talk about it. But I guess I expected to go through like, a black hole, or I expected, to see a circle around. I don't know what I expected. I expected the Hollywood version, right? And she said no. She said we all go through portals or we have timeline jumps. And I know if you don't believe this, that's fine. Scroll on, scroll on. But those in the woo-woo community will know what I'm talking about. So I'm asking you, have you ever experienced something like that? And then later discovered that, yeah, it was probably portals. It had nothing to do with my brain. My brain's really healthy. It's a healthy brain. My body might be falling apart due to CMT, but my brain is in perfectly working order for someone my age, right? So I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. So on Thursdays, I do these spooky stories, and I love that people are responding to them and watching them and asking me questions and sharing their stories. My two most recent podcasts, one is Glitches in the Matrix and Why Are We Seeing More of Them? Are we really seeing more of them? That's a question I talk about. And the one I just uploaded, and it will be available today, Thursday, this afternoon, and it's on the Mandela effect. And both of them have to do with the intersection of science and spirituality. So, what the woo woo community is saying and what researchers are saying about these. So, check those out. You'll find them on the Tube of You for those of you. I have to say it in a special way, or, the TikTok people will be all upset. All upset, all upset. So if you have stories, reach out to me. Reach out to me. One little side note, was it just last week I did the rosary story, and I have a funny story to go with that. I had somebody on the Tube of You reach out to me and said, you better get back under papal authority. And that if your rosary is changing colors, that is a sign from the Lord of the underworld. She didn't say those words. She said, D, the word that begins with a D. And you know what I responded? I hope you have a blessed day. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I had a few people upset with the rosary story. So, and just to know that I believed in the rosary. I did. I still have the rosary somewhere. It's among, all of my religious artifacts that I have stored somewhere. But yeah, don't tell me to be under papal authority. Jesus came to this earth to tell us that we already have the answers within. And we don't need to turn to a man, a priest, a pastor, a pope to tell us what's right from wrong. I think I know because I'm a good person. I'm a good soul. So, love and light.